the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Western Conference battles, always fun. This time it's the San Antonio Spurs intent on protecting home court. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Exum and Hood are the 1 and the 2. Rudy Gobert is out there with Boris Diaw, and it's Hayward in at the 3 slot. Now here's Leonard, 11 feet away. Hayward grabs the board.
And I tell you what, Gordon Hayward just steadily has grown into one of the better offensive players in the league. He does a great job of scoring it off the dribble. He's also at that small forward position, can be kind of a point forward, if you will, with his playmaking ability. And I like to call him, use a baseball term, he's like a 5-tooler. I mean, he does all the things you want a basketball player to do well on the floor. And to cap it all off, he is a great teammate as well.
So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Leonard kicks to Parker. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. Gobert pulls it in. Talking about Hayward's versatility on offense, some would say his ability to cover smaller, quicker players defensively is another reason his star is on the rise.
His ability to get stops on the ball as well as provide quick help to his teammates is really priceless. The question now is ceiling. How much better overall can Hayward get? Some think he's more of a number 2 guy than a superstar. Some will tell you the sky's the limit.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Exum kicks to Diaw. Exum with it. Diaw with a screen on Parker. Exum's shot is off.
The defense arrived just in the nick of time to throw him off there. So fortunate he missed that one, guys.
Now here's Parker. Dishes to Leonard. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Diaw.
The offense sputtering just a bit here, 1 for 4 in the game.
Exum kicks to Diaw. Hayward outside. Diaw the screen. Hayward dishes to Exum. That's a 2 from Hood, and that comes off the assist by Exum. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Thunder. Parker with it. Now defended by Hayward. To the paint. Here's Dedmon. Brent, just how long do you give yourself as a team before you start planning ahead, looking to next year?
Well, I think general managers, or at least the smart ones, Kevin, are always doing that.
Looking.
And not just next year. They're looking to 2 or 3 seasons from now, setting themselves up with cap space, player room, and player movement. Even trades enter the picture. So it's an ongoing process, but for a basketball team, your focus is the next game.
And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And looking at the Jazz roster, they're a well-balanced group. You see scorers, Greg, playmakers, rebounders, shot blockers, plenty of quality depth.
And they've done a great job of drafting. Many of the main pieces of the puzzle seem to be in place. The next step for me is, will one of these young core players emerge as a superstar?
Here's Parker following the score by Rodney Hood. Parker outside. Passes it to Dedmon from 11 feet away. And that's good off the glass that time. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here's Diaw. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Back to Exum. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That is his first foul of the game. Gobert the screen. Hayward from outside. Rebounded by the Spurs. Last time they met was in Utah where they beat the Jazz.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
That's just terrific court awareness there. The defense knew it was coming and just totally suffocated him.
Has to Gobert. The Jazz working the ball around now. Gobert with a screen for Hayward. And it's Hayward again missing. The Spurs have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Edmond passes to Parker. Shoots from the line. Here's Aldridge. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. Utah has gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And the Stifle Tower, the French rejection, whichever name you want to give for Rudy Gobert, it probably speaks to his tremendous rim protection abilities, Greg.
Man, a few years back at the Combine, his wingspan measured at a record 7 feet 8.5 inches. Clearly one of the league's premier shot blockers. Very difficult to shoot a high percentage against him. And at the offensive end, he's become an excellent rebounder and finisher in traffic.
He hits the second from the line. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Parker. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Leonard attacking, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And following in the footsteps of Tim Duncan, Kawhi Leonard fits the Spurs mold of what a superstar player should be. Team first, defensive minded, a stoic demeanor.
Well, he's not worried about the number of touches either, Kevin. It's when called upon, just be ready. Seemingly avoids the limelight, just like Timmy, and he's all about getting better, being the best player he can possibly be, and then winning big. And he knocks down the first one. NBA All-Star, NBA Finals MVP, all in such a short period of time. Kawhi Leonard is for real.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Jazz. So he gets them both.
Well, the Spurs have 3 future Hall of Famers. There's no doubt about it. And even with the acquisition of LaMarcus Aldridge, there's no question who is the Spurs' best player. It is Kawhi Leonard. Quietly, he's made that leap into superstar status. Although, don't ask him about it because he won't tell you anything.
Now, here's Exum. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The drive by Aldridge. Offensive rebound. Dedmon. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
And it's a result of the defense not doing its job in the low post, boxing out and preventing second chance points.
And it's denied. Leonard against Hayward. Parker outside. He feeds it to Dedmon. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Dedmon's got 8 points. And Brett, you asked some people around the league. Kawhi Leonard has now thrust himself into the conversation for the league's best player.
That's pretty amazing. A Finals MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made the All-Star game. Sometimes the fan recognition comes a lot slower when you're down there in the heart of Texas and San Antonio, but the numbers don't lie. His impact goes way beyond the box score.
Now here's Leonard. After Dante Exum's miss, Aldridge sets up the pick now for Leonard. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 8.
And nice job again. That time to add to their lead. They're doing everything right at the moment.
They're clearly dialed in, making each possession count. Now the challenge is, let's maintain that focus and concentration.
Pau Gasol is checked in for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for Daniel Green. And it's Exum in the corner, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Hood.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. And a switcher also for Utah. Max checked in. For the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest, that game against Washington. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Here's Ginobili, here's Gasol, and that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Gasol's got his first 2 points.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
Maybe carried out from morning shoot-around to the game, completely focused, confident, no better way to start off the night.
Now, here's Exum. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 6 to shoot. They get it back. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Yeah, he absolutely refused to back down there. Crafty lay-in.
Johnson against Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Here's Aldridge. That shot is off. Hayward with some nice D. Jazz trail by 9. Kicks it to Mack. Diaw with the screen on Ginobili. Mack, no luck. On offense, here are the Spurs. They're on an 18-7 run. Ginobili kicks to Gasol. With the shot, that falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. And the Spurs lead by 11.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Diaw with the screen on Ginobili. And Mack kicks to Diaw. Buries it from three-point range. Diaw's got himself on the board with 3 there.
So many teams looking for bigs who can spread the floor. Boris Diaw shows us why right there.
The pass to Ginobili. There's the feed to Gasol. Got it. Good job in the low post. Gasol's got 6.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Exum kicks to Johnson. Now Mack still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Hayward on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Hayward dishes to Diaw. Here's Exum. And the Jazz another 3.
Just a great understanding of when and more importantly how to set up his teammates. Excellent pass from Diaw.
This all setting the pick for Leonard. Inside, Aldridge. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here is Mack. A shot by Hayward, wide open, good, and the nice assist from Mack. Hayward's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And Greg Popovich, coach of the Spurs, at times we've seen him be a little prickly with the media. If he doesn't like a question, you know, Brent, he'll let you know about it.
Well, I know the shtick for some people, Kevin, has gotten a little bit tiresome, but that's not who Greg Popovich is as a coach. He just doesn't like to do those in-game interviews. It's kind of like you sitting with me doing a broadcast.
You're right.
You know, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Utah, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. No good on the free throw.
Well, over a decade in the NBA, Joe Johnson, one of the most effortless scorers in the game. With his size, his skill, he is so tough to slow down.
David Lee's checked in for San Antonio. Anderson comes in for Leonard. Utah also making some changes. Jeff Withey comes in for Boris Diaw. And it's Joe Ingles in for Gordon Hayward. No good on the second free throw. And Brent, we see Joe Johnson working in the post more and more, using that size to his advantage. He's fun to watch.
Well, he's a great scorer, Kevin, has a nose for the basket, and I think as his career has gone on here, playing with combo guards out on the perimeter at the small forward spot, Joe Johnson can still generate points from the block.
So it's Utah now. Manu Ginobili getting his 3 to go. Exum's shot is off. Spurs leading by 9, and we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. These teams are tied 1-1 in the season series, and I asked him what the keys were to winning tonight. He said they have to find a way to get around the rim protection they're about to face. He wants his guys to be aggressive, but smart about the shots they take. We'll see if they have listened to him, Kevin.
Thanks for getting back to us on that report, David. Guys?
You know, they obviously spent the brunt of their time preparing for this game by coming up with ways to attack that vaunted defense.
Yeah, and it's really a challenge to try and find holes, gaps, and to score some points. So they give nothing to you that's going to be easy.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Mills with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Ginobili kicks to Mills. The shot, no good. So Utah will take it the other way. And as we have a moment now, let's take a look at the three-pointer to two-pointer shot ratio here in the postseason for the Jazz. San Antonio leading by 11, and they double up Gasol. Lee passes to Gasol. Spurs passing it around. Mills can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Mack dishes to Exum. He kicks it to Ingles. Three-pointer, and that comes off the assist by Exum. Ingles has got it back down to single digits for Utah.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
The dish now to Mills. Anderson outside. Left side Gasol. From 10 feet out. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
That's really one of his specialties, altering shots in close.
Here's Mack. Rejected by Ginobili. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Spurs out in front. They're up by 8. Live from the 8. And we have the chance to catch up with Greg Popovich.
To be in the conversation, I think, is totally.
Pop breaking it down and telling it like it is as usual. You got to love having a guy like that as your coach.
You have no idea how huge that is for a player. Is Tony Parker a great all-star champion, future Hall of Famer? Absolutely. But would he have reached that level without Greg Popovich as his coach? I don't think even Tony would tell you that. So kudos to Pop.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
Having complete control over what it is you're doing and avoiding distractions. It's hard to accomplish, but good job so far tonight.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for San Antonio, Mills and Manu at the guards. Anderson is out there with Lee, and it's Gasol at the 5 down low. Ginobili kicks to Mills, pass to Lee. Feeds to Anderson. Lee sets a screen for Anderson. Shot clock at 6. Nice shot by Ginobili.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Well, with defenses so predicated on taking away threes and layups, the Spurs zigged while everyone else zagged. Got a bunch of mid-range shooters last season. It's a fail-safe strategy. They want three-pointers and layups, but if they can't get them, they've got the guys to knock down the in-between.
Spurs leading by 10. Dishes it to Gasol. Passes to Anderson. Kicks to Mills. Picked by Lee. Now here's Mills. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Gasol no good.
Well, he's a great finisher around the rim, but some stellar defense there stopped that from happening.
The Jazz again can't hit it. He dishes it to Mills. Here's the teardrop, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Spurs lead by 12.
Well, he lacks some size and some strength, but Mills creative in the inside to finish that one.
Mack the pass to Withy. He feeds it to Hood. Back to Withy. Pass to Ingles. He kicks it to Hood. The dish to Ingles. The Jazz need to get off a shot here from outside the arc. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Rudy Gobert, third. And, of course, Pau Gasol.
And when either of those guys are on the floor, that low post defense is immediately something their teammates don't have to worry about. That's a very comforting feeling.
There's the pass to Mills. The feed to Gasol. Dishes it to Ginobili. Lets it go from 11. No good there. 18 that time from Hood. Jazz trail by 12. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Count that one. Here's Mack. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And the Jazz call time here. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Gasol. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Anderson. Daniel Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. Gobert dishes to Withy to end the drought. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Ray, you look around the league and teams are starting to dig into the numbers and really analyze the game carefully. I know that you enjoy analytics. You've always been known yourself as an efficient scorer. When you take a look at the numbers, how do you see them? How do you interpret them?
I think there are some things that are very advantageous for players to take a look at with regards to how it is that they play and where they're most effective. Because one of the things, Kevin, it can sort of reestablish your confidence. And there can be spots on the floor where you get to where you might feel better because somebody has presented those numbers to you. I will tell you, Kevin, that probably the guy that I played with in the latter stages of my career that used the numbers the most was a guy by the name of Shane Battier. Shane loved to look deep into the books and try to gain some sort of advantage numerically and statistics-wise on his opponent, and really was one of the...
Yikes! Wow. Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And that last replay courtesy of Kia. That misses off the backboard.
Terrific defense. They definitely read the scouting report on this guy and could not have played him more perfectly there.
They set the pick. Parker outside. Pass to Leonard. Outside Aldridge. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the paint, feeds it to Mack. Passes it to Gobert. Kicks to Ingles. He dishes it to Hood. Offensive rebound, Gobert.
And checking out some stats for Kawhi Leonard. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 21 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
The first free throw is good. A different look for Utah. Diaw comes in for Withy, and Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Joe Ingles. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And certainly LaMarcus Aldridge has the capability to be a go-to scorer, but Brett, he takes a lot of mid-range contested jump shots. Those aren't historically really Spurs types of shots.
Well, it's been interesting, Kevin, because LaMarcus Aldridge is so good at the mid-range that it's made Popovich rethink some of his offensive calibration, and they've searched him out in the spots where he's best. I think his comfort level continues to rise inside of this offense, and he'll get more and more efficient.
Now Diaw, Gobert the screen. Another miss by Utah.
You know, if you're going to go set a pick, you really have to be committed to it. He simply did not do a good enough job to get his teammate open.
Pass to Aldridge. Picked by Lee. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. The Spurs making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. Parker kicks to Dedmon. Gobert with the block. Jazz passing it around. Diaw sets the pick for Hood. In the corner, it's Hayward. Gobert the screen. Hayward passes to Diaw. Second shot opportunity. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Gobert.
He fought for that second possession, then went right back up with it.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Back to Parker. He feeds it to Leonard. To the inside. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. They get Boris Diaw.
There's no doubt that the biggest free agent splash made in 2015 was the Spurs signing of LaMarcus Aldridge. They'd planned for 3 or 4 years to try and get him to San Antonio, really fitting in the mode of Tim Duncan scoring on that left block. But being close to Dallas, near his family, that was a significant factor, along with winning.
No good on that one. And, of course, for Aldridge, location wasn't the only attraction. Brent, the chance to win and compete for championships had to be the most important factor.
Well, he knew it was going to be a little bit of time and a little bit of sacrifice in joining San Antonio. Maybe miss a few all-star games he otherwise might have played in as a member of the Blazers. But winning the most paramount, and in time, his role will only grow as this roster turns over.
Said sometimes in timeouts, I'll say, I've got nothing for you. We just turned it over 6 times. Everybody's holding the ball. What do you want me to do? Figure it out. And I'll get up and walk away because it's true. It's on them. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. That accountability goes a long way. Diaw sets the pick for Hood. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Shelvin Mack. San Antonio's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. It's stolen by Mack. He kicks it to Diaw from 12 feet out and misses it off the right side of the rim.
He makes the big bucks because he's expected to knock those shots down. The D was there, but that's no excuse. He has to hit those shots.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
I think that's something Aldridge has been working on, especially over the past few years, gaining consistency from 3.
And here is Mack. That's a 2 from Hood. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Now the dish to Dedmon. Parker passes to Leonard. Takes it from 10, and Aldridge the basket on the assist from Leonard. And it's 8 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
So difficult to defend Aldridge inside. He can go around you or shoot over you. Pretty much whatever he wants to do.
Gobert dishes to Hayward. Outside Hood. Gobert with it. 6 points for him. 5 to shoot. There's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Hood's got 7 points in the game.
The defense slacked off a little bit. Probably didn't think he would take that one, but he made him pay.
Parker kicks to Dedmon. Now the pass to Leonard. The feed to Aldridge. Shoots from 14, and he drops that one in. Aldridge has got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
Diaw, the screen. 3-pointer, Hayward, good, and the nice assist from Mack. Mack's got 3 assists in the game.
So elusive on the offensive end. Very difficult for any defense to match up against.
Aldridge, the pass to Parker. Dishes it to Leonard. Over to the left wing. Utah with the rebound.
It looked like he was in rhythm to shoot that one, guys, especially as open as he was. Just clanged it.
Pass to Diaw. Here's Mack. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Mack's got his second basket of the game.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
Parker kicks to Dedmon. Back to Parker. Down low. Looking for Aldridge. He gets it there. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Man, his shot on target, guys. They have the lead right now, primarily because of his effort.
Diaw, the screen. Hood dishes to Mack. Fires for 3. Hood can't get it to go.
You know, looking at his release and his form, it just seems like something is off, and it's affecting both his shot and, at this point, his confidence.
Parker kicks to Leonard. 3-pointer. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And that's 13 points for Leonard.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Diaw up top. Aldridge is covering. And Diaw kicks to Gobert. Yep, it counts.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
That's his second personal foul.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Ano Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Then for the Jazz, Johnson, he's checked in for Diaw. Joe Ingles comes in for Rodney Hood. And it's Dante Exum in for Mack. And Mills kicks to Leonard. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Outside, Ginobili. Hayward with some nice D.
Yeah, thought process was after he hit that first 3, he'd be in great shape, but he looks way off right now.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. So we'll see Joe Johnson go to the line here. They get Pau Gasol. The Jazz have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made.
Well, primetime years for Joe Johnson meant ISO Joe for his ability to score one-on-one, a style of offense that's lost a little bit of its favor, but it remains effective for Joe.
And Mills kicks to Leonard. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Jeff Withey, he's checked in for the Jazz. And the Spurs with possession here. At one point, they led by 16. Shot clock at 3. Stolen by Withey. Feeds to Exum. To the middle. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Something that maybe Joe Johnson could do more of with his size and skill. Get inside and work his way to the line.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both. San Antonio leading by 7. Now here's Leonard. He's got 13. Good looking screen by Gasol. The 3. The clock runs out and we're heading to halftime. Spurs lead by 7. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
There's got to be some consideration that double teams will be sent his way. Of course, that's going to leave someone else wide open.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. A tall wing pair with Hood at the 2 and Hayward at the small forward. Boris Diaw is out there with Gobert, and it's Exum in at the 1. And Rodney Hood, talk about making a jump from year 1 to year 2. Greg, he improved in almost every facet of the game.
And Hood came into the league with a reputation as a dead-eye shooter, and that's been the case from both long and mid-range off the bounce. What has surprised some people, though, is his advanced ball handling and his ability to find open teammates. A relatively quick study there. Still a ton of upside to Hood's game.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Parker.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Spurs leading by 4. Kicks it to Leonard. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Leonard's got 15 points.
Well, the D right in his face, Kawhi couldn't care less. That's the expressionless assassin we've come to respect.
Aldridge against Diaw. Passes it to Hayward. 6 to shoot. Back to Diaw. Put on the wing. Diaw, the pass to Hayward. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Looking here at some numbers for Diaw. Some last season stats for him. He put up about 6 points per game last season. 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
To the paint. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, the assist by Parker, just brilliant. Really seeing his teammates out there.
Here's Exum. 5 points in the game. Diaw, the screen. Here's Hood. Another miss by Utah.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And Green gets it to go.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And it's Leonard missing. Jazz trail by 8. Outside Hood. He dishes it to Exum. To the inside. Here's Gobert. And it's off the back rim. No good. Spurs leading by 8. Right side Aldridge. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. No problems knocking that one down. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, that is what he does, just deadly beyond the arc. Green is one of those guys you cannot afford to leave for a second.
And you look at Danny Green, your prototypical 3-and-D wing player, a catch-and-shoot specialist offensively.
Well, a great fit for the Spurs system after a little bit of molding. Not a super crafty ball handler. He's got a quick release from the outside and shoots pretty well, even with a hand in his face.
Spurs making a switch here. Lee's checked in. Here's Exum. No good on that one. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Parker kicks to Leonard. Pass to Lee. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Aldridge. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Parker kicks to Lee. Back to Parker. Aldridge against Diaw. That doesn't go either for Aldridge. Jazz trailed by 11. Exum with a wide open look. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Exum's got 7 points in the game. San Antonio's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Parker kicks to Lee. He feeds it to Leonard. The dish now to Aldridge. The jump hook. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. 14 points for him.
Inside with a hand in his face, Aldridge undeterred.
Diaw, the screen. Hayward's got space, and that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 4 assists in the game. Parker kicks to Green. The pass to Lee. Parker outside. The feed to Aldridge. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And the league is in transition. A healthy debate about who is the league's best player. I'll pose this question to you. If you were going to pick one player, who would it be?
Well, LeBron James is undoubtedly still the best player in the NBA. And if you haven't watched the past 2 NBA finals, shame on you.
Because he has been historically good in both.
Well, by the time it's all said and done, we've got 4 or 5 years still of LeBron doing what it is that he's done and marching up these incredible ladders, all the statistical significance and history that he's setting. But if we look at some of the young players, Kevin, the interesting debate will be, will Karl Anthony Towns or Anthony Davis be the guy moving forward? I think you'd find it interesting if you took a poll as to which coaches would take which player first. I think you'd be surprised at those results.
Are you saying Towns?
I might say Karl Anthony Towns.
I know. I see the smile on your face. And Mack kicks to Hayward. Gobert with a screen for Hayward. Dishes to Johnson. Second shot opportunity. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The Jazz have shot 50% from the line, 6 of 12 so far. The free throw drops for Gobert. Well, it's something that we know goes on during play, but is rarely talked about. Brent, did you ever trash talk during a game or get trash talk too?
I heard many things. I pretended not to hear them,
Yeah.
Kevin. And the only time that
I can see you start to laugh, though, when you heard stuff.
I did. I found more enjoyment out of it, even though it was something very personal. I still found enjoyment. And the only time that I would talk trash were the times that I got to play against my brother John, because I knew he couldn't handle it.
Yeah, and you knew his soft spots.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Brothers always do.
He has plenty.
And the shot is good. And the Spurs lead by 11.
And such a good feel for the game. Kawhi knows exactly what this offense is trying to accomplish and acts as a willing facilitator.
Gobert with a screen on Parker. Exum dishes to Johnson. Hits it from three-point range. Johnson's got 8 points.
Yes, he's too exceptional from deep range to leave uncovered.
Pass to Aldridge. Hits that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Hayward. The shot, no good. 80 that time from Leonard. Green, the pass to Lee. He kicks it to Leonard. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Joe Johnson picks one up.
And this is who he has become. Leonard, with the great body control, takes the hit and still able to sink the shot and one.
A different look now for San Antonio. Pau Gasol's checked in for Aldridge. Ginobili comes in for Green, and it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. And you look back, the Spurs, one of the very first teams to really scout the globe and bring in international players.
Well, it's also interesting, Kevin, that the trend continues. Even last year in the 2016 draft, in the first round, we saw a lot of international players being snatched up as building blocks for their franchises moving forward. But the Spurs always have been successful at finding some hidden gems, and their general manager deserves a lot of credit for it.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge has overcome a lot. As a child, his home life was not easy, and he was born with a heart condition. In fact, shortly after he was born, his heart stopped, and he had to be resuscitated. Kevin, he said, I wouldn't take back any pain that I've endured on or off the court because it's made me who I am. And Kevin, that's a story all of us can be inspired by.
Thank you, D.A. Anderson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Utah with a change here, too, with he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. That's good from Johnson. Spurs leading by 9. And Mills kicks to Gasol. Ginobili outside. Back to Gasol. Mills in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Spurs have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for a lead. Jazz trail by 11. Feeds it to Ingles. A 3-ball. Lee gets the rebound. Lee's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Gasol dishes to Mills. Lee outside. Ice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Ginobili. And he converts the layup. Ginobili's got 7 points in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Stolen by Anderson. Ingles kicks to Exum. That one good for 2.
Nice unselfish dish there, right where his teammate could do something with it.
San Antonio leading by 11. Passes it to Lee. He dishes it to Anderson. Back to Lee. Kicks to Mills. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Puts it up from 15. And another basket for San Antonio.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Johnson kicks to Ingles. Back to Johnson. Pass to Exum. Back on top. To the wing right side. There's the dish to Exum. Clock at 6. Inside. Withy. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Yeah, they should bring out a big razor right now, Kevin. A great start, an aggressive move to show they're not going to lay down.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. One thing that Greg is often underappreciated about Pau Gasol is just how aware he is out on the floor, not only on the defensive end, how he'll help out, but also his vision as a passer on the offensive side.
Really, Kevin, one of the best passing bigs to ever play the game, and it's a part of why he's been the crux of so many offenses. Very good at identifying and exploiting a mismatch for himself or others. Never forces things on offense and always takes what the team's given.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And Gasol is a guy who can do a multitude of things well. I mean, he scores it, rebounds it, passes it, just an all-around talent.
And there's the call on Ginobili. That's his first foul. Spurs on defense. At one point, they led by 16. Withy kicks to Exum. 4 on the clock.
An extremely intelligent defender. Ginobili reads the game as well as anyone and makes plays because of it.
Lee controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Lee's got 6 in the quarter.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Mack. Here's Withy. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And from the line a season ago, 73%. Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
San Antonio leading by 12. And Mills kicks to Gasol. Back to Ginobili. Down low. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And the long arms of Gasol wreaking havoc on the D. They don't know what to do with him when he's going up with a shot like that.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
At the line for 2.
That free throw good from Gasol. Gobert, he's checked in for Withy. And he can't hit the second. Jazz trail by 13. Now Mack, 5 points in the game. He feeds it to Ingles. And there's the pass to Johnson. 4 on the shot clock. For the 3. That one doesn't go. Good D by Lee. Anderson passes to Ginobili. Back to Anderson. Gasol kicks to Mills. Back to Gasol. And the layup's good off the glass. Gasol's got 15.
And with Gasol, he feels comfortable shooting from any area of the court. If you give him space, he'll torch you.
Gobert the screen. Gobert with a screen for Johnson. Back to Mack. Johnson outside. And Mack kicks to Exum. There's the feed to Mack. Here's Ingles. The Jazz again can't hit it.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Gasol kicks to Lee. Johnson against Ginobili. Gasol a screen. Shoots off the screen. Misses off the right iron.
Yeah, it's tough. His shot's been off today. Luckily, his team still has the edge in the game so far.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. And Mills kicks to Gasol. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dishes to Ginobili. Gasol passes to Ginobili.
And the defender gets caught off balance. Ginobili with that signature burst of his to draw a trip to the free throw line.
It's his first trip to the line.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
Free throw good, Ginobili. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And both free throws good for Ginobili. And here's Exum. He's got 9. Johnson the screen. Outside Hood. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's San Antonio up by 15. And we're covered.
If you pass up the opportunity, you're kind of defeating the whole purpose of the exercise.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Manu is at the 2 with Leonard playing the 3. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Mills in at the 1 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Gobert with a screen on Gasol. Johnson dishes to Gobert. He got right to the cup using that screen. Gobert's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Jazz. Mills with it. Pass to Leonard. Tipped away. And stolen by Hayward. Jumps up. And the jam by Hayward.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
No reason to wait. That was all his from the get-go.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Feeds to Mills. Here's the screen. He kicks it to Gasol. Here's Ginobili. Gobert with the block. And here comes the break. Here's Johnson. And the lead is down inside single digits.
He can pick you apart from the outside, but also has a great handle for his size.
And Mills kicks to Ginobili. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Mills passes to Gasol. On the mark with the 15-footer. Gasol's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Great job of rising up and drilling that shot over the defense. Big size advantage for mid-range.
Hood kicks to Hayward. Gobert the screen. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
And some changes here for the Spurs. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Dwayne Dedmon, and Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. Passes it to Hayward. 6 on the shot clock. And Utah again with the bucket.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Ginobili kicks to Aldridge. Parker against Hood. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Leonard's got 21 in the game.
This is where all the extra hours of practice come into play. Leonard couldn't be more in sync on that catch and shoot.
Gobert the screen. Johnson outside. Hayward outside. There's the triple. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Hood kicks to Gobert. Gobert the screen. Hayward on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Unloads from 13. Here's Gobert. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's his first personal foul. At the line of the Jazz, Rudy Gobert. Taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Green, he's checked in for the Spurs. Utah also making some changes. Diaw comes in for Joe Johnson. And Mack subbed in for Joe Ingles. So we can't get either to fall. Spurs leading by 14. Parker dishes to Leonard. Green against Hood. Green kicks to Parker. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Here's Parker. Jazz trail by 14. And Diaw kicks to Mack. Gobert the screen. Back to Diaw. He dishes it to Hood. Shot clock at 5. From the arc. Another miss by Utah.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Utah's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. 2 points, that one goes.
Love to see passes to guys on the move that are on target. They don't break stride.
Now here's Leonard. Aldridge with a screen on Hayward. Good looking screen by Gasol. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Now he's done a good job of keeping control of the ball. Even with that turnover, you can tell his teammates trust him to hang on to the pill.
Jazz trail by 12. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Mack. Outside Hood. Unloads. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Green. Kicks it to Parker. Pass to Gasol. Back to Parker. Aldridge a screen. Leonard the pass to Gasol. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Jazz have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Diaw, the screen. Diaw with the screen on Parker. Now Mack. Back to Hood. To the left wing. Gobert dishes to Diaw. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
And another miss. Woo. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Parker kicks to Gasol. There's the dish to Leonard. He feeds it to Aldridge. Releases from 15, and he hits the jump shot. Aldridge has got 20 points.
Well, I feel like he can make that one blindfolded. Aldridge, as usual, cashing in from mid-range.
Diaw, the screen. And here is Mack. Hayward outside. Outside Hood. A 3-ball. And it's Hood again missing. Spurs leading by 14. Gasol with it. Parker up top. He's covered by Mack. Goes back up. In deep. Aldridge drops it in. Aldridge has got 4 points in the quarter.
High-level offensive rebounder. Aldridge has the wingspan and timing to get to those.
Gobert, the screen. Now here's Mack. And there's the pass to Gobert. And there's the feed to Hayward. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got 9 rebounds now tonight. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
That's how you draw it up. Each guy doing his part. Beautiful fast break.
Hayward passes to Gobert. Back to Hayward. Looking to get back on track here. And that misses everything.
Yeah, it's one of those quarters where you're just incredibly frustrated that you did not impact it the way you wanted to. So nothing going right now.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Kept alive. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Aldridge has got 24.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Gobert, the screen. Diaw with it. Picked up by Aldridge. Dishes it to Hayward to end the run. Again, the miss by Hayward.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Can't keep forcing things when you're not in a great rhythm. Move the ball.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Gobert with the screen on Parker. Gobert, the screen. Hayward on the wing. Another shot. No good that time. 80 that time from Leonard.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Parker kicks to Gasol. Pass to Leonard. Diaw against Aldridge. A rebound by the Jazz. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Hayward outside. Lets it go. Good, and the nice assist from Mack. Hayward's got 6 in the quarter. And the Spurs with possession. They're on a 17-6 run. Parker outside. Feeds it to Gasol. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And I really like to see Gasol go up with the shot immediately after getting the pass. Shows how much confidence he had.
Here's Exum. Gobert. And with the new player tracking cameras they have now, so many possibilities, Brent, as far as studying the game, and I'm sure you think that somewhere, somehow, is going to make a difference on the way these teams are conditioned, how they're coached, the minutes they play, and on and on.
I think what it's great for a coaching staff to look at, Kevin, is with regards to specific plays that you run for your ball club, how it is that spatially your players are relating to one another. You can use these cameras to track the distance players are running. You can track where it is that they're setting screens and how effective they are. The list goes on and on and on, but coaches can really dig into the minutia of how it is that their players are coordinating with one another with the use of this technology.
That is a great point. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Jazz passing it around. Lee with the steal. Green dishes to Mills. Green kicks to Lee. Back to Green. Passes it to Lee. Now here's Mills. He's covered closely. Shot clock at 2. The 17-footer. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 16th rebound on the night.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for San Antonio.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And maybe it goes without saying, but they had no answer for Aldridge.
He was able to manufacture offense tonight, even when they had plays that broke down or he had multiple defenders on him. It just didn't matter. He was going to get his points any way he needed to.
The Spurs making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in, and Utah also making a switch. Boris Diaz checked in for Rudy Gobert. And he's good on the second. When you look at the growth of the game internationally, you have some that say the system of development is better abroad in Europe than other countries. What do you think?
Well, the club system, Kevin, over there, and having a player involved at the age of 12 years old all the way up to 20 years old, playing with your same countrymen, being pushed around by professionals, getting professional coaching, and the type of practice regimen that they have. Most of the time, 2-a-days practice for most of the season. That's going to get you in pretty good shape and teach you the fundamentals of the game.
And a lot of those fundamentals, a lot of those practices were established by former coaches from this country that would go over there and hold these summer camps.
That's right. A lot of them implemented what they learned from the coaches from the United States and then took them to the next level. And again, a lot of those coaches who traveled from the United States to Europe really were instrumental in what it is that has now become the European development of basketball.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Now Mills. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans.
Aldridge. Let's get your opinion, Shaq.
This game was the property of LaMarcus Aldridge, guys. He was a beast on the low block. I know he's the third option on his team, but he was the old LaMarcus, the Portland Trailblazer LaMarcus tonight. That's why he posed so many problems. Defenses cannot figure out what to do about this man.
Unbelievable, man. And when this guy's got it going on like that, it's a pleasure. I mean, just a pleasure to watch him play. I'd pay to come see him, even though I don't have to.